Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I really want to reiterate this downward hit, this downward motion that we really need when we're striking our 6-iron, 7-iron, right down to our wedges. We do need to get a divot after the ball. I'm sure that most of you, if you ask yourself the question, I've got an 8-iron and I'm hitting it however far you hit it, do you get a divot after the ball? No, I don't take divots when I'm out on the course. If that's the answer that you give, then you need to implement this downward motion, the belief that it will work. Practice it until you believe it. You'll see a big difference. Anyway, as usual, if you like the content that I'm producing, hit the subscribe button, help me grow my channel, and that'd be really appreciated. When we try to hit down into the golf ball and get the shaft lean, the ball compression, the divot after the hit, this is produced by this downward motion. And what a lot of golfers do is they'll try it, they'll dip their toe in and say, oh no, it's not for me, it doesn't work, I hit the ground before the ball. And of course that's not going to work. So you sort of abandon that because you don't think you can't do it, or it's not right, it doesn't work. But the reality is you've got to push the boat out a little bit more when it comes to trying to hit down. If I hit a golf shot, if I've got a 7-iron, say to the middle of the green, and I get a divot and I swing really nicely, it's probably going to go toward the back of the green because I've hit it really well. If I don't get much of a divot, maybe it's a little bit clean on the contact, it's probably coming in the bunker short. And there's a vast difference between that trusting of hitting down and actually not trusting the hitting down, because we must allow the club to travel back down to the ball. And what I find with most golfers is they just don't quite believe it or push enough to make that full transference from, oh, it's not working, to, oh yeah, that's better. And it is nothing really technical, it's more of a belief factor within hitting the golf ball. So let me do one here, and I'll try and do it like I'm dipping my toe. I've had a lesson and I need to try to hit a bit more down into it. Okay, it was all right. I didn't really get much down into that. The swing will probably look, it looks all right, it's not too bad. Now, let's try and get a little bit more down into it. Now, I don't really care how you're going about trying to get the down. Just get the swinging down. Everything else will happen for you. So let's try and do this a little bit better. A little bit more down. Let's see if we can see a bigger difference with this. Well, as you can see, it's gone further. That's a plus. Little bit blocked, little bit faded. Carry around the 160. Again, I don't think I really did that. So let's do it a bit more. Same swing, just going to add that down to it. Tiny bit left that time. But again, it's gone a little bit further, but I still didn't really feel like I did it to the max that I can. Let's try one more. Let's really try and get down on this more. Yeah, I would give that an 8.5 out of 10. About the same distance as the last one. Let's one more for good measure. This time, the feeling is now I'm really going to get down into that mat. No matter if I hit early, doesn't matter. I want to get a big chunk of that mat. a little bit better. And to be fair, the more you try to do it, you can see a bit further, 173 carry with a 7-iron isn't too bad for an old man like myself. But that's increased, not because I've tried to hit it harder. It's increased because I've tried to generate more of a downward motion into the ball. It's nothing, oh, do I have to do this with my legs, or should I do this with my elbow? It's nothing to do with that. It's just, hopefully you're gripping it at least decent or better, and just hit the thing down. Don't worry about it. I still haven't done it to the max. I know I haven't. I'm going to hit this one a bit softer. I'm going to really feel like I'm going to take the mat out the floor here. Not bad. A little bit out the toe. Yeah, one sort of 65 carry. So that's all that I should be practicing, is where's my divot? When I get a pitching wedge, I should be getting a big divot. A really big divot. 7-iron a bit less. 6-iron less, and maybe the 5-iron you're just pinching a little bit out. 4-iron maybe just a brush, 3-iron a brush, hybrid just a brush, but that's coming after contact. Remember, it's after contact that we want to hit the ground. But remember, the more you try and go down, the more that divot is moved to the left, forwards, for a right-handed player. Let's try a small swing really down into this, playing the ball just a little bit back. Let's see if I can really get down into this now. Pretty good. That was quite good. You can see distance for a smaller swing was still up at around the 160 for my 7-iron. Yeah, about a 2/3 swing there, maybe 3/4 swing. And that's something else that you should be working on, is a smaller swing controlling the shot. Maybe your normal shot of an 8-iron, wind against. You think, well, I'm just going to try and control a 7-iron. Again, small swing, control it. And that's that little punchy small swing, and again it's still, you know, around the 150, 152 carry with pretty much a half swing. But I haven't changed anything other than I'm just hitting down. I'm just focusing on squeezing down into the ball more and more and more. You can't actually overdo that concept. You can only get to 100%. Most people are down, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, 60%, and they believe that they're doing it. But I can promise you that if you push that boat out a bit more, practice really getting down into the golf ball, you'll hit the ball so much better. Your ball striking will improve no end, and you'll enjoy the game. You'll enjoy it much, much more. Now, this isn't technical. This is just getting your concept of what you're trying to do correct. But you can't do one shot, duff it, then give up. You've got to think, well, if I've duffed it, I'm probably swinging on an upward path. But I've lowered the ice cream scoop ball here, and I've just lowered the ice cream scoop to get a divot, which isn't a downward motion. Go and give it a try. I promise you it'll improve your game. Just hit it down, trust it, and until next time, thanks very much for watching.